Thank you for joining this session, From Insights to Impact, where we will explore ways that institutions can leverage content and data on campus to create rapid growth, to repurpose learning for new audiences, and to scale their impact. I'm Carrie O'Donnell, founder of Alchemy, and I'll be the facilitator today.
Hi, I'm Matt Gurney, and I'm the Chief Product and Strategy Officer here at Alchemy. We're thrilled to be partnering with David and the Semisphere team.
And my name is David Herring. I'm a learning curriculum designer at the University of Arizona, where we've been developing a semisphere project to improve semiconductor education across the United States. The Semisphere is a platform that we built at the University of Arizona to support national efforts around semiconductor education. It's designed to reach learners across K-12, higher ed, and workforce training with content that's modular, adaptable, and easy to contextualize. One of the challenges that we saw from this at the beginning, though, is we wanted to bring all of this information together, but we weren't sure how we would be able to sort of label it so that people could find it. For example, if we had an instructor at the undergraduate level who created something that was really useful at the high school level, we weren't sure that we would be able to see that. With the Curie platform, though, it's able to address that problem because it can find the information that's inside that content and see how it's relevant to other people. What's exciting about that ability to repurpose content for different audiences, which supports the Semisphere mandate, is that it's also an intentional structure that supports cross-silo collaboration and long-term reuse, not just a one-time content library.
How do these issues apply to larger higher education ecosystem?
So many institutions are navigating the same issues that the Semisphere is. Great content's being developed, but it's often trapped in silos. Hard to find, hard to share. Faculty and designers create materials for one course that could easily serve others. There's often an enormous amount of knowledge and creativity that goes into this content, but there's no system or time to track it, let alone repurpose it for other uses. Instructional teams are stretched thin, with limited infrastructure to support cross-campus and cross-program collaboration. So the opportunity isn't about creating more, it's about using what we have more strategically and seeing connections that were not obvious before. Another piece of the Semisphere project is supporting the integration of semiconductor education into different disciplines. So it's a prime example of scaling impact with great educational resources.
So David, can you talk to us a little bit about the origins of the Semisphere project?
Yeah, we're really interested in bringing back semiconductor manufacturing to the U.S. and maintaining a lead in this area. The challenge is, though, that we need a lot of education to support that. And so there's a national need for accessible, high-quality training in semiconductors across all levels of learning. But the challenge isn't just curriculum. It's the fragmentation of resources, limited collaboration, the inefficiencies that come from building in isolation. There's not that many experts in this field, so if we want to have a national mandate to improve education, then we need a way to share their expertise across a broad field. And that's why the Semisphere was designed to be modular, adaptable, and modern, so content can move across contexts without starting from scratch. It uses contemporary pedagogy, smart search, and customizable tools to help educators shape content for their specific needs. And it's also designed for community, so it's not just a repository, but a space where educators can build together.
Now I think we'll walk through the Semisphere experience as it exists today inside Curie. Matt?
Thanks, Carrie. The platform is built, and what you'll see is how it's structured to support modular content, intelligent search, and collaboration across educator roles and institutions. We'll show you how an educator uploads content, tags it, and how the platform connects those related materials, even if they're created with different language or for different learner levels. It's still early days, but this is the foundation for a shared ecosystem where reuse, remixing, and discovery are baked in from the start.
Welcome to the Semisphere. The Semisphere is a contextualized application of Curie's knowledge management functionality. The Semisphere optimizes the experience for educators finding, organizing, accessing, and simply adapting semiconductor curriculum resources. We'll begin in the educator's portfolio. The portfolio includes their profile and their workbench. Their workbench houses all of their resources for easy access. As the user explores the Semisphere and engages with resources, this activity feed is updated organically. So the educator never loses what they're working on or exploring. Easily personalized for the educator's preferences And they can even contribute new resources to the semisphere by uploading content. Accessible from the portfolio is the playlist. The playlist is a streamlined workflow that accelerates the development of learning experiences by generating sequences of resources and authoring tools. The playlist is easy to edit and shuffle around the sequence, as well as invite others to collaborate with you. In this case, the playlist is focused on wafer testing and defect analysis. It includes course materials and resources that we call teaching optimizers. In this case, the optimizer is the virtual field trip. This optimizer brings students on a virtual field trip to a clean room. It's linked to resources in the educator's knowledge base and the playlist that you just saw. And in this case, includes a video tour of a clean room. The resource was leveraged to create the field trip activity and provides the educator with student-facing language, as well as the facilitation guide to support the instructional experience. Everything in the optimizer is easily editable and exportable, so the educator can bring it into new environments and edit it rapidly. You'll notice that the optimizer for the virtual field trip is also saved back within my portfolio. As you can see, this instructor is interested in wafers, so they've chosen to follow a collection based on wafers. This is a collection of instructional resources associated with wafers. Collections enhance social discovery as they can be created, followed, and contributed to by users across the semisphere. You can see that user activity associated is always visible so that other educators can see how their peers are engaging with the resources within the collection. In this case, you'll notice that an Introduction to Wafers module has been adapted for a couple of different contexts and levels of education. Collections are housed within the Discover tab. The Discover tab is the hub for ideation and inspiration within the semisphere. Educators are able to organically discover resources by navigating different collections. Here you can see you're able to filter the semisphere knowledge base to drill down into specific topic areas. In this case, let's search for a resource related to semiconductor clean rooms. Great. Curie's search functionality dives below the surface into the body of the content. So you're finding resources that have contextual relevance to clean rooms that might not be automatically associated with clean rooms when you're browsing them. Once you've found the resource that you're looking for, you can pop it right into your portfolio, add it to a collection, add it to a playlist, or just start working on it. In this case, I'm going to pop it into my portfolio. Great. You can see my resources safely in my portfolio. This allows me to save it, come back to it later while I go explore new curriculum and ignite new ideas for how to bring semiconductor education into my classroom. Thanks for going on this brief journey of Curie's knowledge management capabilities in the context of the semisphere.
So we're not just building courses, we're building what's next for higher education. With the right tools like Curie and the right partners like University of Arizona, insights become action and action becomes impact. Thank you for joining us today. We're excited to see how Semisphere can support educators and learners shaping the future of this field, and we're grateful that you're part of the conversation.